These are mistakes that almost destroy my course.
Let's start by dividing them into two groups: mindset mistakes and practical mistakes. Keep in mind that they're both equally important, so I advise you to take both pills. But first, let's start with mindset mistakes. Mindset mistakes are mistakes that are not about the quality of your course, but about the execution. These factors significantly influence how quickly you're gonna finish your course and whether you're gonna finish it at all. And these mistakes are procrastination and bottomless pit effect. Most of us know what is procrastination, but we still struggle with it. Whether it's the line of the task that we should be focused on, or actually doing the task but without any focus, here's how I dealt with it. As a 9-to-5 employee, husband and a father, my free time was limited. So I had to create a system that motivates and automates my activities, or else you wouldn't be watching this video right now. First thing was keeping my studio super tidy. Everything I need at the reach of my hand and everything I don't need out of my sight. I don't know if it's just me, but as soon as I spot a couple of imperfections, it disturbs my soul and my thought process scatters into a million pieces. Second thing was keeping everything ready at all time, so I can just start recording the same moment I feel to. That meant connecting all the lights to the same power extension cord and fixating everything in the shot. Laptop, tripod, camera, so I just press one button, sit on this chair, and I'm ready to go. And last but not least, I had strict waterfall plan. Well, what does that mean? I divided my activities into 4 phases: scripting, filming, editing, and publishing. Waterfall means that you cannot go to the next phase until you finish with the current one. So for example, if I was at the editing phase, I cannot go to the publishing phase because I'm doing the editing, so I don't have to worry about that. Also, I don't have to worry about scripting because that's already done. So I just focus on the editing. It may sound simple, but trust me, it was a game changer. Not only it's much easier to start doing the activities, but once I was doing them, I was getting a lot more output for less input because my focus was always impeccable. So to summarize procrastination takeoffs: keep your studio tidy, keep everything ready, and make a strict plan. Now let's start with bottomless pit effect. Bottomless pit effect is a problem that perfectionists often have. Overall, bottomless pit effect signifies an ongoing and unfulfilled desire that appears to have no end or satisfaction. The thing is, sometimes those perfections are doing you more harm than good. And here are some examples of them. You may want to reshoot whole chapter because your hair didn't look good, maybe you said something weird, maybe you're out of focus for a moment, or your mic died right at the end of your chapter. Guess what? Nobody cares. Instead of spending your time on making it perfect, you could have spent that time marketing your course and attracting customers who will give you necessary feedback. And off of that feedback, you will make changes that would actually be meaningful. So you need to decide what changes are worth doing. And you can use the prioritization metrics that I mentioned in this video to help you decide. Let's proceed to practical mistakes. First on the list, the robot syndrome. You know what I'm talking about. That awkward stiffness that makes you look more like a malfunctioning automation than like an engaging instructor. That thing. But fear not, your body is your ally, not your enemy. Ever heard someone say, "Oh my gosh, this instructor is moving his hands too much. Look at him. What is?" Neither did I. So unleash those expressive hand gestures, because it's like seasoning for your lessons. Don't mind. Try doing this. Talk like this. I don't care. Wibbity wibbity flappity flap. I don't care. Nobody cares. Just don't be stiff. Your viewers may not consciously think, "Wow, how good he moves his hands. Wow." But subconsciously, they will, because it makes your lessons more engaging, and therefore it's much easier to soak in that information. So people will enjoy your lessons way more. Picture this. You're not just delivering information, you're telling a story, and your body is the punctuation. So relax those shoulders, let those hands dance, and turn your course into a captivating experience. Next up is the one-take dream. Trying to shoot an entire chapter in one go may sound efficient, but it can quickly turn into a nightmare. Picture this, a relentless cycle of déjà vu as you find yourself repeatedly revisiting the beginning of your script because you keep stumbling right at the finish line. Well, that's scary. Now, before you start panicking, let me offer you a liberating alternative. Break it down. Shoot one sentence at a time. Will someone notice that? No, and you shouldn't care about that, because you're gonna cut your videos during the editing anyway. So embrace those cuts as your advantage and make your life much easier. Moving on to the critical point, avoid the no-break trap. Long shooting sessions can lead to burnout and oversights. So once you finish a significant segment or a chapter, take a break.
Stop it.
Use the time to check your equipment. Ensure that your camera and microphone are still performing flawlessly. It might seem minor, but this simple habit can save you from redoing hours of work due to technical glitches. And lastly, lighten up a bit. It's easy to get caught up in the seriousness of your course creation content, but don't forget to smile. Your enthusiasm is infectious, and it makes learning experience much enjoyable for your audience. So break that serious facade, show your passion, and let your personality shine through. Long chapters. Imagine slogging through a never-ending cycle that resembles an encyclopedia. Course chapters should be short and sweet in order to make learning experience captivating and effective. By keeping chapters concise, learners can devour the materials in bite-sized portions, ensuring better understanding and retention. Short chapters act as a tantalizing nuggets of wisdom, leaving students hungry for more. They spark curiosity and motivation, as each chapter can be conquered in a reasonable time frame, giving students a sense of accomplishment and progress. Moreover, when it's time for revision, short chapters make it a breeze to revisit specific sections without getting lost in the labyrinth of information. And last but not least, simple is better. In the realm of communication, simplicity holds the throne. By using fancy words, you may sound smart, but nothing more than that. Embracing the principles of simple is better holds multitude of benefits that should not be underestimated. By ditching fancy words and complex jargon, we unlock the power of clear and effective communication. Simple language cuts through the noise, ensuring that our message reaches its intended audience with clarity and ease. It fosters understanding and connects people from different backgrounds and levels of expertise. Moreover, simplicity is memorable. When we present ideas in a straightforward and accessible manner, it resonates and sticks in the minds of others. So, armed with these insights, go forward and conquer the world of course creation. Whether you're navigating the labyrinth of mindset challenges or steering to the practical minefield, you're now equipped with the tools to not just survive, but thrive. Until the next time, stay healthy, get wealthy.